Today, we're going to peel back the layers on Harry and Meghan's Netflix deal. The media had a field day with this one, but what's the real story? Are they done with Netflix, or is it just the beginning of a blossoming partnership? Stay tuned as we delve into the truth of the Sussexes Netflix deal, debunking the misleading media narratives. Let's set the stage right. The Sussexes' original Netflix deal was always time-bound. But this wasn't some fleeting arrangement. This 5-year contract was a powerful, bold move in the world of entertainment, and it proved to be a resounding success. Now let's take a walk down memory lane and revisit the projects that came from this partnership. Harry and Meghan, with their natural charisma and authenticity, delivered one of the most watched documentaries in Netflix history. They captivated a global audience, making waves across continents, but they didn't stop there. The Heart of Invictus, Live to Lead, The Me You Can't See, and Meghan's Heartfelt with Love, Meghan followed. These were not mere vanity projects, oh no. These were deeply impactful stories, driven by a desire to make a difference. And they struck a chord with viewers around the globe. Despite the undeniable success of these projects, the media, in its infinite wisdom, chose to run with a narrative of failure. They predicted doom and gloom with the end of the initial deal, painting a picture of a bleak future for the Sussexes. Yet, here we are. Reports now confirm that not only are Harry and Meghan continuing their fruitful partnership with Netflix, but they're also in talks for a new first-look deal. This is akin to the high-profile agreement held by none other than Barack and Michelle Obama. That, dear friends, is not failure. That's a clear sign of elevation. It's amusing, really, how the media tries to spin success into failure. The Daily Mail, for instance, published an article with the headline, "Meghan's New Gold Mine, but It's Not All Good News," and went on to claim that the couple is horrible at making decisions. Based on what, one might ask? Their decision to choose independence over royal constraints? Or their decision to forge their own path, which by all accounts is working splendidly? Despite these achievements, the media has been pushing a false narrative of failure. But the truth shines through, and it's clear that Harry and Meghan are thriving in their own right without the need for royal handouts. The media, it seems, needs to find a new narrative to spin. The media has been quick to predict the doom of the Sussexes' deal with Netflix. This narrative, however, is not just misleading. It's also inconsistent and, quite frankly, replete with hypocrisy. After months of headlines gleefully suggesting that Netflix had severed ties with the Sussexes, these same outlets are now awkwardly tiptoeing back, attempting to rewrite their narrative. The tabloid media, having once declared that Netflix is done with Harry and Meghan, now finds itself in a dance around the truth. The truth being not only is the partnership far from over, but it's evolving and flourishing. The media has had to swallow a bitter pill, admitting, albeit grudgingly, that the Sussexes are earning more than ever. Yet they cannot resist lacing their reporting with unnecessary jabs and sarcasm. The original 5-year deal was never intended to be eternal. Like many entertainment contracts, it was bound by time, yet it was incredibly successful. The Sussexes delivered one of the most watched documentaries in Netflix history, and their other projects were not just vanity exercises, they were impact-driven, resonating with global audiences. Despite this success, the media chose to push a narrative of failure, predicting that the end of the initial deal spelled doom. Yet, here we are. Reports confirm that Harry and Meghan are not only continuing with Netflix, but they're also in talks for a new first-look deal, akin to the high-profile agreement held by Barack and Michelle Obama. This isn't failure. This is elevation. The tone of the media, however, remains sour. The Daily Mail's latest article, for instance, claims that the Sussexes are horrible at making decisions. Based on what, one might ask? Because they chose independence and it's working? The truth is, the media cannot stand that Harry and Meghan are thriving without royal handouts. Yet they still attempt to frame this success as a moral failing, using derogatory terms like Netflix money horse, and pretending it's shameful that the Sussexes are well compensated for work that clearly performs. Ironically, the truth is quite the opposite of these misleading narratives. Reports now confirm that the Sussexes are not only continuing with Netflix, but they're in talks for a new first-look deal. This is a significant progression, not a step back. The new deal, akin to the high-profile one Barack and Michelle Obama hold, is a testament to the Sussexes' success and influence. So let's unpack the details of this deal. A first-look deal essentially means that Netflix gets the first opportunity to review and potentially invest in any projects Harry and Meghan develop. This is a huge vote of confidence in the Sussexes' ability to create content that resonates with a global audience and aligns with Netflix's mission to entertain the world. In addition to their ongoing relationship with Netflix, the Sussexes are also making waves with their independent ventures. Meghan's As Ever brand is a shining example. Backed by Netflix, As Ever has been a success story from the get-go. The brand's debut product, A Rose, sold out almost instantly, a clear indication of the public's appetite for Meghan's offerings. But the success doesn't stop there. There's palpable anticipation for the second and likely third season of With Love, Meghan. This show is a testament to Meghan's ability to connect with audiences on a deeply personal level. It's fresh, authentic, and intentional, just like the Duchess herself. Netflix's co-CEO, Ted Sarandos, has publicly praised Meghan's vision and potential. His words aren't rooted in rumor or speculation, but in hard facts and evident success. It's a public record that can't be disputed or twisted by tabloid tantrums. In the face of this success, the media's attempt to label the Sussexes as a Netflix money horse is laughable. It's not shameful to be well compensated for work that clearly performs. If anything, it's a testament to the Sussexes' determination to create impactful content and their refusal to compromise on the quality of their work. This isn't just the Sussexes surviving without royal handouts, it's them thriving, carving out their own path, building their own brand, and contributing to global entertainment in a meaningful way. This isn't failure, it's elevation. The media's disdain for the Sussexes' success is palpable. It's as if they can't stomach the fact that Prince Harry and Meghan are flourishing independently outside the royal confines. The tone of recent articles is not just critical, it's downright bitter. They're laced with sarcasm, and their criticism is founded on, well, nothing substantial, really. Take a recent headline from the Daily Mail, for instance, Meghan's new gold mine, but it's not all good news. It goes on to assert that the couple is horrible at making decisions. This is a baseless claim, one that seems to be born out of a desire to see the couple fail, rather than any concrete evidence. Are they horrible at decision-making because they didn't crawl back to the UK monarchy for public favor, or because they chose independence and it's actually working? Moreover, the media seems to have a particular issue with the Sussexes being well compensated for their work. They've thrown around terms like Netflix money horse, as if it's shameful that the couple is reaping the benefits of their hard work. But let's get real. What artist, producer, or entrepreneur doesn't want to be paid well for their creative output? If it were anyone else, anyone not named Harry or Meghan, it would be applauded. But this is what it boils down to. The media, particularly the tabloids, are not just reporting on the Sussexes. They're actively trying to paint a picture of failure where there clearly isn't one. They're pushing a narrative that doesn't align with the facts, all in an attempt to discredit Prince Harry and Meghan. Yet, despite these attempts to frame success as failure, the Sussexes continue to thrive. Meghan's As Ever brand, backed by Netflix, is already a success story. Harry's projects are also making waves. It's clear that they're not just surviving outside the monarchy, they're thriving. And no amount of unfounded criticism can change that. Because at the end of the day, the public sees through the tabloid tantrums. They recognize genuine success when they see it, and they're not fooled by the media's desperate attempts to spin it otherwise. In the face of constant media negativity, the Sussexes have proven their mettle. They've shown that they can not only survive, but thrive outside of the royal glare, seizing their independence with both hands and making a global impact. Their original Netflix deal, though time-bound, was a resounding success, delivering some of the most watched documentaries in the streaming giant's history. Their work has been more than just vanity projects. They've been about telling stories that matter, stories that resonate with people, stories that inspire. The media, in its push for a narrative of failure, overlooked this triumph. But the truth cannot be hidden for long. Harry and Meghan are not only continuing with Netflix, but they're also in talks for a new first-look deal, a testament to their success. And despite the bitter jabs and sarcasm, the Sussexes are making more money than ever, building something fresh, authentic, and intentional. Meghan's as-ever brand, backed by Netflix, is already a success story, and her vision and potential have been praised by Netflix's co-CEO, Ted Sarandos. So let's set the record straight. The Sussexes are not a Netflix money horse. They are artists, producers, and entrepreneurs who deserve to be well compensated for their creative output. Thank you for tuning into Royal Telly. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, this is Chloe signing off.